Hello everyone, Paige Doherty here from Aztec Music Group.
Hey, what's up?
And we're here with Moon Taxi. Okay, so
The first question we have for you is...
how did you guys come up with the name Moon Taxi?
Oh no, this question.
Oh no!
Honestly,
It's just
much
we've
better.
gotten that question before.
We can-
We had different answers depending on who's asking.
Well, it's fun.
It was just a collective, actually.
Really?
This is a new answer I'm about to
Oh, we get an
Yes.
exclusive answer.
I've heard it was Tommy, I've heard it was
No,
you,
collective
heard it was Spencer.
consciousness. No, we were out in the desert. We took an acid. What does that say? We had
Acid rap.
took acid rap.
acid rap.
Yeah, and it just came to us, and we were just like, at the same time, just say what you want to do. What do we want to do? All right, 1, 2, 3.
Everyone-
Everyone said Moon Taxi.
Same time.
In crazy.
Well, speaking of acid rap though, have you heard of like this,
No, I haven't. Told me.
well, it's actually from Chance the Rapper.
Oh,
And I
okay.
wore this because I know, because of him, you guys played 2 sets at, I think it was a hangout, right?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
hanging out like 2013 or 2014.
2014, I think,
Yeah.
One of the personal questions for later, but since we have Spencer talking, you know, let's jump into it a little bit. And so at Belmont, I heard you studied music production, correct?
Deep into this.
music tech?
Technology,
Yeah.
which meant like making music on a computer.
Okay, let's go back a little bit. Let's go back to 2007. What does Sonic Drums, is that, Sonic Dribble, does that ring a bell to you?
Let me think. That's a solo record I did over a decade ago when I.
It's a great album. You should check it out.
Yeah, I've heard some of it on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
It's also his Instagram handle. How did you come up with the name Sonic Dribbles?
There's a song on there. I was using turntables and scratching on some of it, and on one of the songs I was recording the scratch part, and it really sounded like the guy said Sonic Dribbles. And I think he might have. I don't really remember what exactly it was, so I just said, "Well, that sounds cool."
I love it.
I never thought to ask.
Well, listen to the song Sonic Dribbles. And it sounds like the guy saying Sonic Dribbles.
And then he put out a rap album about a year after that.
Yeah, if you found that, then you're really digging.
Yeah.
And then you guys went on a tour in 2014 called Animal Style. So
Oh yeah.
in California we have Animal Style fries in and out. Have you guys been in and out yet?
It was absolutely inspired by the fast food chain.
100%.
Yeah.
So we had been on a West Coast tour about a year beforehand, right? And we experienced Animal Style fries. I thought that was really cool and wanted to name a tour around it.
And I think we also had the Herb Williams animal shirts too.
Yeah, so we were
it's
doing
really
like
cool
a
merch.
spirit animal theme.
Yeah.
Road cases that were decorated with the spray paint art with animals on them, so we kind of just, it all tied together.
We just really ran with that animal.
And we love
theme.
fries, we love the In-N-Out burger. But
So you guys talked about a little bit tour, you know, in 2014 you guys had Animal Style tour. And also, you know, you guys been a band for like over 10 years now. And I know you guys probably have a great, like a lot of, you know, great road stories on the road.
we do.
But, you know, I have one that comes to mind though. I heard
Okay.
one time you guys left West at a gas station.
That's very
Wow. Was that printed somewhere?
So tell me more about that.
That is so crazy.
And I've heard, well,
So
I've heard, yeah, sorry.
I'll tell you what happened. So I think I had been driving our van.
No.
From
No, off to a bad start.
Wouldn't it?
No, no, no.
Joey was driving.
Joey.
But no,
Our old
Joey.
blind guy.
No, we switched drivers. That's what.
We had played
You're right, Joey.
that night in
Yeah.
Mobile for like this fancy gala. So I was wearing a blazer and a button-up shirt and was asleep after having a lot of beer in the back. And everyone got up to pee, and for whatever reason, we went to a pump but didn't actually get gas. I guess we didn't need it or whatever, so it was just a pee break, but we parked at the pump. So I went in to pee, I went in the stall, I didn't go in the urinal, so maybe no one saw me. Anyway, they left.
And Wes's bunk in those
In the very
days
back.
was way in the back. So
Very
you know
back.
it's like a 15 passenger like
Yeah.
road
Yeah,
style.
just straight back.
Yeah, so, and I mean we're sleeping, so you don't see people's heads. They're just like, you know, they're conked out and it's the middle of the night. Go ahead. I just
Yeah,
wanted
no,
to
no, no,
insert
no, yeah,
that.
no, you're
And
right.
then, so-
Because that was an important
So,
part. Because we're
it
like,
is.
where
Right.
was Wes?
Well, you never got up. I think you were asleep.
And then,
yeah, I was passed out
And then
the
who
whole
started
time.
driving then? It was probably
That was Joey. It was all Joey.
Joey drove back to his house, and he went home.
He didn't. No.
No,
I did.
Spencer.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Joey left.
Well,
We
that
left
doesn't
you there.
And
Joey
then-
went into his house. Someone else started driving. Tommy was the one though that goes, "Guys, we left West. We left West."
Yeah,
Well, they
phone-
had almost made it to the Tennessee state line, and I didn't know where I was.
Wow, yeah.
So I found out I was in Alabaster, Alabama, which is just south of Birmingham. So I thought, okay, well, I didn't have my phone. I had no one to, I don't know any of their phone numbers even still. So I said, does anybody here have a phone book? And they're like, yeah. Our drummer's parents still live in Birmingham, Ritter. So I looked them up in the phone book.
Wow.
Thank God. They picked up like the second ring because his mom's a teacher and she's up early. And this was like probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 in the morning or something like that. But probably 5. Anyway, picked up, I said, hey, I'm in Alabaster at a Shell station with this guy named Otis, can you come get me? So she drove down there, I went to their house, had a lovely breakfast. And finally, after lots of calling and number tracking down, we finally got in contact.
I was having a dream that someone was like massaging my back, and I was sleeping on my phone. And I wake up and I have like 20 missed calls. More than half of them are from his wife. And I was like, and then it rings again, and it's his wife Alex, and I answered. She goes, Tommy left West in Alabaster. My phone died. And I was like, oh my God, guys, we left West.
And I actually saw a cop there, and I asked him to just let me in the cruiser and let's just fly up there. I was like, you can go like 140, right? Yeah. It's like, I'm not doing that for you. That's for like criminals. Okay. I'm not gonna high-speed chase the band.
So Wes, what can you tell us about the trio?
Oh my God, this is wow. So the trio that I have plays, I don't know, twice a year, usually a buddy's wedding and an annual Christmas show at a bar in Knoxville.
Do you know the band members from the trio?
Not off the top of my head.
Ward Houston, who you got to check out his SoundCloud. He's changed his name to We Love Everyone. You've got to listen. It's some of the most fascinating, bizarre music I've ever heard. I listen to it almost every day. And this other guy, Graham Waldron. Good players. They were high school bandmates of mine, and one day the guitar players from that band didn't show up, so we formed a trio, and I did some of the heavy lifting with soloing. It's fun. I don't know. I really enjoy it. I would go crazy. It's the most stressful group of guys you've ever. Because these guys are professional musicians, and then you go to the boys from home, and it's like just a nightmare. You've never had more stress. Like they'll show up to the gig. The bass player showed up to the last gig without his bass. He had to go get it, which was a 45-minute detour. We're playing a wedding. He forgot his bass. Meanwhile, the sound was not on because the power generator had blown. Because I left my gear on all day and ran out of power. So you get to the generator. I could write a book about it. It's a nightmare.
And so, speaking about the boys back home too, let's go a little bit to Tyler. And so, Tyler.
Good transition.
Well, Tyler, you have some siblings, correct? Like into music as well?
I have 2 younger brothers, yeah.
Well, one of them though. What can you tell me about Party Missile?
Awesome. Best interview
About Party Missile?
Yeah.
You know about Party Missile already?
Of course.
I don't know about Party Missile.
What's Party Missile?
So Party Missile.
What a great band name. That's incredible.
Wow. So my youngest brother Casey is a multi-instrumentalist in town. He mostly plays bass, and he plays in tons of cover bands down on Broadway, like lots of like show bands and things like that. And he and a couple buddies started this new thing to play like the bro country clubs downtown, and they called it Party Missile. And it's I mean they play. I went over there and I didn't know my brother could sing. And I walk in to go see them play a couple weeks ago. My brother's singing "Kiss" by Prince, and then they go into what is it? No Diggity.
Wow, that's
it's like, but then they play like a Luke Bryan song. Oh, and they play Slow Hand, and Casey sings it. Yeah, it's yeah. I can't believe you know about Party Missile. That band is like 3 weeks old.
So speaking of cover bands, do you think People of the Sun will make an appearance tonight?
Tonight? Maybe, actually. I don't know. We almost played Rage Song last night, and we're kind of kicking ourselves for not. So maybe we'll do it tonight. I don't know.
Yeah.
Cool, very nice.
And you guys performed at numerous festivals. You guys performed at Bonnaroo a couple times, Hangout Festival. I think every year, or almost every year.
The first few years of Hangout we did. Yeah, we didn't miss one of those.
Yeah, it's incredible.
It's still one of our favorites too.
Yeah, and you guys even performed at Coachella too. You guys have been like all over. So my question for you guys is, what's your favorite festival, or like over the years that you guys performed at?
I liked Hangout the very first time we did it because it was the first like real slot at a real festival, and it felt like we were finally like a band kind of doing it right.
Mm-hmm. And it doesn't hurt that it's at the beach. And
Yeah.
you just having a blast down there. We know the people that put on the festival. They're really nice people.
Yeah, I mean, I go every year whether or not we're playing. Try to anyway.
That's awesome. So,
Yeah.
Trevor, did Moon Taxi all start thanks to Apex?
I would say yes. I mean, if there was no Apex, there would not have been Moon Taxi. And yeah, I met this guy when I was 15 years old, and we just had a dream of playing music for the rest of our lives, and we've been doing that ever since.
And also wearing Roll Tide, you know.
I was about to
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
I like that.
I didn't even realize like we're in California and it's a big deal, but no, that's awesome.
And I know,
What a
you know,
coincidence.
3 of you guys are from there, so you know,
That's
why
awesome.
not?
We appreciate it.
Okay. And so all of you guys met at Belmont. I know you guys met Spencer just like at the dorms. I think you guys met, I think it was Tyler or Wes at a house party.
that was me.
Kind
Guys,
of
you-
both, actually.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
I know you guys you went to high school with them too, though, right?
party.
We went to high school together, but I was a couple years younger, so I didn't
Ah, okay.
know them.
So then, how did Tyler get a part of
So
the band?
Tyler was in a class with my little sister Taylor. Say they're in the same class, but they were in a grade school class. And I remember we were looking for a new drummer, and she said, "You got to check out Tyler Ritter. He's going to Belmont." And I was like, "Yeah, no, I've heard that name before." And we went and started watching it, and we're like, "We got to get this guy."
Hmm. And he knew about Apex because we used to play
That's true.
the talent shows.
Yeah.
And then, do names such as Barbara and Missy ring a bell to you?
Yes, they sure did.
And I know most of you guys are married, but these are other names too. They're dating, but who are Barbara? Who are Missy?
Maybe we shouldn't mention Missy.
No, just our bands were named after strong women personalities that had shaped the course of the band's history, I would say.
Missy was the first to make the pilgrimage to the West Coast, though. That was.
Yeah,
Missy took us
Barbara
to San
could
Diego.
not have made it out here.
Barbara was just in the southeast, maybe northeast, right?
Yeah.
She
We had
go-
Barbara longer
Yeah.
than Missy, though. Right?
Yeah, we did, but we drove Missy so much fun. We put like $200,000 on Missy in like
Wow.
2 years.
And we're talking about the camper van, not an actual woman, right?
Yeah.
Oh yes, yes,
Right.
the camper van.
And Missy died about 30 minutes from Nashville. And we just didn't even care. We just parked her on the side of the road, had a friend's band pick us up.
She had a
Dealt with
good
it the next
life.
day.
She really did.
Nice. And so let's talk about one last question about Belmont, because that's where all you guys were founded too. But we haven't talked about a personal question about Tommy yet too.
Sure,
Yeah.
okay.
And so this one's a little bit dark, but I heard you were roommates with a terrorist.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I thought you were referring to me for.
Oh no, not you. Not
We
you.
were roommates, freshman
We
year.
actually, he came to our show last night.
Yeah. Ryan Whitlock.
Yeah.
Really?
So, and I never did this with these guys,
I mean,
but
that's what the news
they
is.
like to make Molotov cocktail bombs
Yeah.
and go throw them in a parking lot, right? And they do it.
Not
they
smart.
Do, yeah.
Yeah.
And I never watched them do this.
They didn't
Tommy got
graduate.
home like, I'm not going to go over there and do that. And one day they got a little too drunk, I guess, decided to throw them in the Belmont parking garage, and that was considered an act of terrorism. And they got expelled. Everybody got expelled, I think, for at least a year. And I think Ryan's the only one that came back to school.
Wow.
They put his mugshot on the news.
Yeah,
and said,
he didn't come home for a few days. And I was like, "Where the fuck's Ryan?" And then all of a sudden, I see him on the news. His face is like, "Oh my god!"
We only have a few questions left for you guys too.
Sure.
Another one is, if you guys could replace yourself in the band with like another musician or celebrity, who would it be?
I'd want to do someone who can't play bass, so that the band gets worse.
mine would be Jeff Bridges. I don't know if
Oh,
that's
okay.
like.
I think that's
just
sort
an
of your
old-
spirit
an
animal.
old dude. Yeah, just this old guy just hanging out, enjoying life. He's got to figure it out.
I'd be Jesse Eisenberg, probably.
All right.
I'm trying to think here.
I want to change mine to Ryan Gosling.
All right, then I'll make mine Jeff Bridges.
Okay,
He needs to be in the
that's
band.
All right. Tyler West, you guys got anyone in
Jeff
mind?
Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum. Oh my God.
Oh
We're
yes.
sticking with this kind of
Actor
theme,
theme. Yeah.
Jeff
All-star band right here.
It's pretty good, Wes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Will Ferrell, maybe?
Larry David.
Maybe
What?
Wes just stays and everyone else is replaced.
Yeah, Larry David, probably.
Yeah. there you go.
Wow.
Yeah, they've already got him basically the Gentile version anyway.
This is Joaquin Phoenix right here.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions left? Too?
I think that's it for me.
All right. Well, that's perfect. But thank you for taking the time to do the interview. Before we wrap things off, where can we find you guys on social media? Where can we find your music?
Website, ridethemoontaxi.com. Moon Taxis. Moon_taxi on Instagram.
On Instagram, we're on
At Moon
Facebook,
Taxi on Twitter.
Yep.
and SoundCloud too. Check out that Sonic Dribbles. Check out
Spotify.
MC Battle and Sight Unseen.
Yeah, if you can find it, good luck.
It's pretty obscure, but you'll love it.
Check out Party Missile, the West Bailey Trio.
Check out the trio. Thank you guys for a great interview.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Fun.
yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
A lot of fun.
Appreciate you.